What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 back up in this motherfucker. Yo, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time, man. It's probably been since the quarantine first started. I think I did my last update right about the time where everything was shutting down, and I even said that I probably wasn't going to have an update at the end of, I think it was March. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what happened there, because yeah, right after I think I did my last video, we got shut down for a couple months. My business got shut down, and you know, once we reopened, I just said fuck this, I'm gonna do what I usually do every summer, go out camping. And I spent pretty much the last 3 months out of town. I spent pretty much no time at home whatsoever, and yeah, just had a blast of a summer and shit like that. I just kind of took myself right off social media and just enjoyed the summer and just kind of did my thing, you know. But it's hilarious getting all the comments in from people. I mean, I fucking died from COVID. This channel is completely, you know, dead and shit like that. But I also think that people are kind of forgetting that the podcast usually takes a break during the summer anyways, because I'm always so busy during the summer, and we usually don't upload, you know, podcasts and stuff. So that's why there was no podcast. We did run a little bit later than we usually do after the main long weekend and stuff, but yeah, so we got back earlier this year. The last show we did, the top 10 of 91's up right now and stuff. So I'm back. To answer a couple more questions, am I going to be doing regular videos and stuff? Yes, I am back right now. This is going to be an extensively long update because this is everything I've accumulated since the quarantine up until now. So this is like 5 months of stuff. I mean, it's, you know, it's a shitload of stuff. I'm honestly going to say that. So I'm going to rip through a lot of the stuff because a lot of the stuff I haven't seen. You know, honestly, I spent, you know, the better time in the summer prepping for 91 when I was watching movies, and now I'm watching 2020 movies. So that's what that is and shit. So, but yeah, getting back to making more videos. Yes, I'm going to be making a lot more videos. I've been asked, am I going to be doing the 31 Days of Horror? Yes, I am going to be doing the 31 Days of Horror. I just did my new intro, and yeah, that's all ready to go and stuff. So be checking out that in a couple weeks, I guess, is when October starts. So, but yeah. To answer those questions, those are the answers. I am back, and you know, I do apologize for neglecting my fans, which so many people have wrote to me, which I feel like I feel kind of honored that people are even saying that to me. But you know, it is what it is, guys. It's nothing personal. I take the summer off, and that's what I do. Okay. But without further ado, that was longer than I thought that was going to go on for. But what we're going to do here, man, I'm going to get into some DVDs first, get those out of the way, because like 1% of you people are here watching for the DVDs. And then I'm going to get into, you know, some standard and then all the niche companies, because I organize my stuff into companies. And then get into, you know, some animated stuff, DC stuff, some couple non-horror stuff, and then I got a bunch of box sets. But yeah, this is a shitload of stuff, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about each title and things like that. So, but without further ado, let's get into this DVD/Blu-ray/4K update. That's weird. Yes, let's do this. First up, from Snaps Films, Wandering Ginza Butterfly. This is one that's been, you know, on a list to get for so many years. I just never picked it up. My buddy had it down at his shop. Yeah, of course, this has got Miko Kaji in it. She's Lady Snowblood, if you're familiar with that. Or with those films, that's who she is. Yakuza stuff, yeah. Looking forward to checking this out. Man, I never really planned this out, but I don't know where the fuck I'm going to put all this stuff. My whole table is full. And then we got part 2 here. Of course, this one's got Sonny Chiba in it also, which I'm really looking forward to checking this out, man, because fuck me, I love me some Sonny Chiba, man. Sonny Chiba he's the bomb. He's the bomb diggity. Then we got the Rug Cop. This is one I've actually wanted to check out. This came out in the mid 2006. It's kind of like a spoof kind of thing, but apparently it's really funny. So just kind of an oddball release for Snaps, but yeah, kind of cool. And this is another kind of modern one too. This one came out in 2008. It's called Asylum. I don't think it's really a horror film. I think it's more of like a kind of a gangster, kind of like, I don't know how to really describe this, but it says it's shot in a standard definition with a desaturated palette and stuff. So it kind of looks black and white and stuff. So I think it's kind of an artsy, art house kind of gangster film called Asylum, aka I Want to Be a Gangster. So, yeah, French film. Pretty cool. So, you know, I don't buy a lot of Snaps DVDs anymore, but that's kind of cool. I got to move around some of this stuff, guys. Sorry. I'm new to making videos. Fuck. Anyways, from Severin Intervision line, I picked up another trailer compilation, which of course I do collect these. I have a ton of them. I have pretty much all of them. It's ridiculous, but this was one I just never had picked up, and I found it for like $5, still sealed. So why not just grab it? It's probably no trailers I've never, that I haven't seen before, but whatever, doesn't matter. Still cool. Cool stuff. Okay, so the rest of the DVDs here in this portion are basically from the Wild Eye Raw and Extreme line. A couple of these I was just kind of missing from the collection, and I've been actually grabbing them every month since. They usually put out 2 a month, so they kind of accumulated in the last 5 months. It was ridiculous. I think I was missing 4 or 5 up until they started putting out new ones. But anyways, Cat Sick Blues, which I actually do own the Monster Blu-ray from, or no, it's an Umbrella. I can't. I got it from Australia, so this is kind of like a downgrade. But anyways, I picked it up because I do collect this line. It is numbered. This was the 3rd one that they released, but this is a fantastic movie. If you've never seen Cat Sick Blues, definitely check this out. It's amazing. It's really, really good stuff. Yeah. This is number 18, which is actually another one that I do own. The Bloody Ape, but I actually like this. This artwork's kind of cool. It's kind of cheesy and shit like that. Man, this is a really bad film from, 97. I think it was shot on Super 8. It's bad, but it's super fun, if you can believe that. This one, Blood Soaked. I believe this was actually released before. It's from 2014. I can't remember. I don't know if Wild Eye released this one before, so I haven't seen it, but yeah. Anyways, Blood Soaked. Then we got Evil River. I believe this was actually another one that was released before on a different line or whatever, but from 2017. I've never seen this one either. So if you guys have seen any of these shitty ass Wild Eye Raw and Extreme titles that I haven't seen, let me know down below. I don't know. I do have the entire line right now. Maybe I'll just make a series out of these and just review all these things and bash the shit out of them. I don't know. I'm very notorious for bashing Wild Eye films because, yeah, they don't like me very much over at Wild Eye. Just put it that way. Like, literally don't like me. Frankie in Blunderland. I really like this title, and it's kind of got some movies on it. It's kind of cool artwork, man. I like this. This one is from 2011. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with this line, it's basically, they kind of release more modern, like very independent, no budget, shoestring budget kind of films. And they're supposed to be more on the extreme line. So I'd never heard of this one before, and I was kind of shocked to see this one come out. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Frankie in Blunderland. Looks actually kind of cool. This is one that I actually have another copy of. Also, High 8. I wish this had been put out on Blu-ray, because I actually really enjoy this, even though it's kind of like, I guess it's not shot on video, it's shot on digital, so I guess they could actually high def it. But High 8 is a premise. It's an anthology film, shot by a bunch of like classic shot on video directors and stuff. Of course, like Tim Ritter, Marcus Koch, I can't remember how to say his name. We got Ron Bonk on here, Todd Sheets, Donald Farmer, Brad Sykes, like all the fucking classics in here. Pretty good anthology though. There was a couple shorts in there that weren't the greatest, but I actually really enjoy it. Acid Bath, I know this one was released before too. This is from 2006. I think I kind of like the other artwork a little bit better. I heard this one's atrocious, but yeah, it is what it is. It's number 30 in the line, Video Trash Terror. I'm sure it is trash, that's for sure. Then we got Creeps. Know nothing about this one. 2013, this one dropped in. And yeah, it looks like a really bad, low-budget, shitty slasher. So looking forward to that one. Sadistic Exorcism. Eroticism. I just said exorcism, didn't I? Sadistic Eroticism. 2012. Yeah, man, that one, I believe this one was released before also. So they're just kind of doing these, re-releasing these on this line, but to sucker motherfuckers in like me. Killin' Brooke. Never heard of this one. 2015. It's number 33 in the line. Yeah. And then we got Voodoo. 2017. Know nothing about it, but yeah. Sorry about the glare, peeps. It's just nothing I can do about it. The Streets Run Red. This one actually looked kind of cool. Yeah, it's a serial killer film called The Streets Run Red, which is kind of cool. So who knows? 2017. Watch Me Die. I don't know if this one had a release either. I'm not really too sure. 2014. And it kind of looks like torture porn, to be honest, but yeah. And last up for the Wild Eye DVDs, number 37 in the latest one, which is Alien Scum. Yes. So I'm assuming it has aliens and it's very scummy. Nice. All right, so yeah, that's it for the Wild Ironic stream. So let's get into the Blu-rays, which is a fucking ton. Man, this is like just ridiculous. All right, so I'll start up with a couple of standard ones, and we'll get into the niche companies and shit like that. That's what we're all here for, right? First up, man, we got It Chapter 2. Yes, I was just finally getting around to picking this up. I picked this up actually a little while ago. It's been 5 months since I've been doing updates, so I didn't like it as much as the first part of it. I've always had an issue with the adult side of the story, even in the original TV series. I like the kid part better than the adults, and it's the same thing with the remake too, or the reboots, the retelling, whatever you want to fucking call it. But I did like it. I've actually only seen this movie once. I saw it in the cinema, and that was it. So I need to check that out again. And this is actually technically my very first 4K VFW, the new Joe Begos film, which is fantastic. I've already watched this 3 times. This is actually given to me by my homeboy Dylan, aka Godzilla. He just randomly came over one day and said, "Yo, here's a 4K of VFW. Enjoy." I'm like, awesome. I of course had to watch the Blu-ray because I'm not 4K yet. I'm just really putting it off because I don't need a new TV. And yeah, so it is what it is. I'll eventually have to do it. But yeah, VFW, awesome. Upgraded the stand. Had to upgrade this because there's nothing like seeing a bunch of shitty effects in high def. It's been years since I've seen the stand, man. It's been so long. 1994 this thing came out, and that's really crazy. Yeah, dude. 6 hours. This motherfucker's 6 hours long. It's crazy. That's unbelievable, man. I just don't even remember it being that long, but yeah, crazy. So happy to upgrade that. And then I picked up the Skeleton Key. This is from 2005. I was part of a series called the Summer Series, part of the podcast Under the Stairs. They do this series through the summers, in the summer. And you basically just have to pick out the best films from each year kind of thing. I was an adjudicator on it and stuff, so I had to watch all these movies. And I didn't have a copy of the Skeleton Key, so I decided to go ahead and pick one up because I didn't even own a DVD, and I got it for like a couple bucks. But, you know, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I remembered liking it, but I liked it a lot more this time. I think it's actually pretty good. And then so I had 2005, and then I had 2009. And so I just upgraded my Bloody Valentine because I had the DVD, but I was like, shit, I want to watch it in high def, not in 3D. I hate 3D. But it's fun. It's fun. I mean, My Bloody Valentine, the original from 81, is one of my all-time favorite movies, slasher films. It's one of my all-time favorite films. I mean, this doesn't hold anything to the original one, but it's still kind of fun. It's kind of sleazy and shit, but yeah. And then I also picked up, Jennifer's Body. This is just an upgrade for me. I didn't have the Blu-ray. This movie is actually a lot more fun than a lot of people give it credit for. I don't mind it. It's okay. You know, it is what it is. All right, so getting into the niche companies and stuff, I picked up Gutterballs from Unearthed Films. This is the 2-disc collector's edition, which comes with the penetrated edition, or the cut of the movie, which is just a little bit more hardcore, and the regular cut too. Rest in peace to my homeboy Ryan Nicholson. He was a great buddy of mine. Very, very sad, but I am very happy that Unearthed is, slowly releasing his whole catalog into these great editions and stuff too. So, which I actually need to pick up a couple of the other ones, but this is my favorite Ryan Nicholson film by far, and happy to have this edition, man. It's great. Gutterballs, go out and check it out if you've never seen it, man. It's one of those films that, like, if you're not really into horror films, I like to show people, because if you can handle this, you can pretty much handle anything, because the gore is phenomenal. And I think it holds a record for the most fucks said in a movie, too. It's crazy. Acting's not the greatest. And then we got a Jess Franco film. Finally, Redemption dropping a new one. Number 58. You won't be able to see that. Too much glare. Called Neurosis. Yeah, this is from 1985. I had never heard of this Franco film, which, sometimes that can happen because he did direct like 200 movies. But with the addition of this Jess Franco film, I was kind of going through my collection. I may have missed some, but I own like over 80 Jess Franco hard copy films. And then I questioned what I'm doing with my life, because who the fuck owns that many Jess Franco films? It's absolutely crazy. Never seen this one. Like I said, I'd never even heard of this one. I'm wondering if this goes by a different title. I know it's based on The Fall of the House of Usher by Edgar Allan Poe, but I'm wondering if this goes by a different title. I can't remember. I think it does, to be honest, but I'm sure somebody will fill me in on the right answer on that one. All right, from Afka, which I did pick up from the Vinegar Syndrome site, and this is number 18 in their line, and it's the McPherson tape. This is a very kind of, I would say, almost historic film, really. It's not the very, very first found footage film, but it's one of the very first films done like this. I will say, I always consider Cannibal Holocaust to be like the very first found footage, but this one is kind of notorious because it never really had an official release, and a lot of people kind of knew about this one, but it's very much what you would get from a found footage that you would see in the last 20 years, and this was done in 1989, I believe. It's short, it only runs just over an hour. Yeah, 1989, and it's actually really well done. It's really, really well done. It's obviously shot on video and stuff. Alternate title, UFO Abduction. The ending is really cheesy and bad, but the build up to it is actually pretty damn cool. So the McPherson tape is number 18 in the Afka line, if you're wondering. I'm missing a few of those, but I do like that line. From Kino Classics, I grabbed In Search of Dracula. Yeah, I've never seen this. I've absolutely never seen this before, and which is crazy because Christopher Lee is my favorite Dracula, and I've never seen this band, so I don't know what the fuck. This one just kind of eluded me, man. And I believe it is, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, this is a fucking documentary type thing. I don't know. I might even be wrong about that. I don't know. I'm just really, really tired. It's late at night right now, and yeah, In Search of Dracula. Moving along. Got to keep this going, man. Terra Firmer, upgraded Terra Firmer, because why wouldn't you upgrade Terra Firmer? It's amazing. It just took me forever. I actually kind of forgot I didn't even have the Blu-ray, and I was going through my trauma section one day, and I was like, shit, dude, I need to upgrade that. Found it for a great price. Really, really great price. It was like $12. So I was like, shit, I'm doing that. And I love me some Terra Firma, man. It's batshit crazy. It's funny. It's hilarious. It's gory. It's stupid. It's trauma at its best. From Full Moon, I picked up Evil Bong 777 because I was under the impression that we were going to end up having to do the Evil Bong franchise through the Patreon or through the podcast. Someone was going to pick it through the Patreon or something like that. And it never got picked, but it doesn't matter. I own all the other Evil Bong movies anyways. So I needed part 7 anyways. And I own the Ginger Dead Mans and blah, blah, blah. But the funny thing is with this movie is that I own every Evil Bong movie on DVD, and it was easier to get the Blu-ray of this than it was the DVD, and my OCD is just killing me. Just absolutely killing me, because I'm not even sure all the other Evil Bong movies are even on Blu-ray, but anyways, for some odd reason, the Blu-ray was so much easier to get than the DVD, and it was cheap. This thing was like $7 or something, brand new. It was ridiculous. So, actually, no, I think this was, I can't remember if this was new or not. I don't know. May have got it used, but it looks brand new. Evil Bong 777. Yeah. I mean, might as well just hold off on it because there's like probably 10 more Evil Bong movies coming anyways. From Cult Epics, we got Obsession. Ooh, that white is hard to come in. Yeah. This movie is actually co-written by Martin Scorsese. Now, that's why I wanted this movie. I remember years ago when this actually came out, I wanted to get a copy of this. I couldn't find one for a decent price and stuff, but my homeboy and podcast mate, JP, also known as Double Shot J, actually had a copy of this that I can't remember if he watched it and didn't like it or whatever, and he knew that I wanted it. But anyways, he sent me the copy over, so I actually didn't purchase this myself. But Obsessions, I want to check this out sometime. Like I said, I'm very curious on the fact that Scorsese co-wrote this movie from 1969. So, and I've heard very interesting things. And Bernard Herrmann does the music for this. If you can see that, the white is just having a hard time coming up. So that's pretty cool. Next up here is I Dare You to Open Your Eyes. This is an independent film from, if you guys are familiar with the Horrors Ball, Tom, his daughter Hope. This is her second feature film. She did one. The name of her first film is totally escaping me right now. I even reviewed it on my channel too, which I thought was really, really good. Man, big ups to this artwork. I know Tom is a huge fan of really great artwork and stuff, and I'm glad that they went the extra mile and did something like this because it's really damn cool. Hope released this on her own label, production company Hopeless Pictures, which is a phenomenal name. And looking forward to checking this out. I've heard nothing but good things, and it is a full-length feature, 89 minutes. So yeah, if she has any copies left, man, maybe go over there and support her, man, because she's an up-and-coming director, man. Takes that shit very serious. Speaking of independent stuff, man, we got Slaughter Slaughterhouse Slumber Party, the new Dustin Mills film. Very, very stoked to check this one out. It's been a while since I've actually seen, like, I own pretty much all of Dustin's stuff, and I missed a couple releases in the last couple years, but yeah, this one I'm really looking forward to checking out. Marcus Koch does the, and I know I'm saying his name, I think it's Marcus Cook. I think it's Cook, actually, the way it's pronounced. Does the effects on this, which I'm super stoked, because he's an amazing effects artist, and like, speaking of artwork, that shit looks amazing. It's fucking awesome. And it's got all the regulars in here. Aaron R. Ryan is in this. Haley J. Madison. You know, all the usual suspects that you're going to see in Dustin Mills films. So if you're familiar with his other work, you know, and I've heard nothing but good things. This is a brand new film from 2020, so going to be checking that one out soon. Speaking of 2020, I believe this one qualifies also, and it is called Dead Dicks. That's apparently what I was during the quarantine. I died of COVID, apparently, to some of the viewers and comments. That's cool. That's cool. Dead Dicks. I don't really know what the fuck wow, this is a Canadian film. I actually didn't even realize that. Nice. Cool. This disturbing but humorous sci-fi horror film is a bizarre celebration of death, resurrection, and insanity. That sounds good enough for me. So, Dead Dicks. Looking forward to checking that one out. This one is called The Prince. It's a film from Chile, also from Artsploitation. I don't think I said that was from Artsploitation, but yeah, it's Artsploitation. Called The Prince. I want to say this is not... Oh, yeah, it says this explosive homoerotic prison drama is a story of survival at all costs. Yeah, usually prison stories, gay prison stories probably are. Oh, this sounds intriguing. 2019. Okay, cool. So, anyways, I got this one sent to them. I need to review this one, so yeah, be on the lookout for The Prince. Cool. From Dark Force, which actually, when I picked this up, I thought this was a Scorpion release, but it's actually from Dark Force Entertainment, and that's Killer Be Killed. This is the first one. There's a sequel, which is called... The title has totally escaped me right now. I can't remember, but I haven't seen that movie because I hadn't seen the first one. So, I can finally watch both of them back to back. I heard this shit is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, stupid ridiculous. Kung Fu exploitation shit, so yeah. From Scorpion, I picked up Barbosa. I've been wanting to get this one for a long time, and then I noticed on, I think it was on Ronin Flicks site, I was kind of just going through the website looking at things that I was potentially buying and stuff, and I came across, I think it was the Death Row or Out of Print or whatever, and I noticed this was on there, and I was like, you know what, right now is the time to pick it up because I've been wanting to get it. It's Willie Nelson and Gary Busey. How many times can you say that you saw a movie with Willie Nelson and Gary Busey in it? In a Western called Barbosa. That's amazing. So, I've never seen this. Looking forward to checking that out, though. Okay, so we got a couple of Arrow titles here. Just a couple standard releases. And we got Blood Tide from Nico Makarakis, which I absolutely love. Part of his Island trilogy. This is a weird one. This is a weird one, actually. This is just an upgrade for me. I have the DVD. I have not watched the Blu-ray yet, but... I'm looking forward to checking this out, man. He's probably most known for, if you don't know the name Nico Makarakis, maybe you know the title Island of Death, which is a very, very famous video nasty that everyone should know about because it's amazing. It's got lots of crazy shit, man. But Blood Tide, very interesting one. Yeah, man, it has been a while since I've seen this, but all I remember is that James Earl Jones is in this, Darth Vader. Interesting. Here's another part of his Island trilogy, and that's The Wind. This is such a good movie, man, with Meg Foster and those killer eyes. It's got crazy atmosphere, man. Really, really crazy atmosphere. And just, you know, all of these movies have such great cinematography because they're shot in the Greek islands and stuff. Nico Makarakis being from Greece. So, you know, the cinematography and the settings are just going to be beautiful. And The Wind is perfect, man. You got Meg Foster in here. Wings Hauser is just... he's my boy, man. I love Wings, man. He's dope, dude. Yeah, he's psychotic in this, basically. So, yeah, The Wind. Sorry, guys, my allergies are acting up like a motherfucker. From Mondo Macabro, we got An Ideal Place to Kill, which is also known as Oasis of Fear. Yeah, I have the Shameless DVD of that, directed by Umberto Lenzi. It's a good movie, man. I actually really like Oasis of Fear. I think I've reviewed it somewhere on my channel, or maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it's another channel or something like that, but, yeah, good film. So I was happy to upgrade to the Mondo Blu-ray, man. Yep. Very, very cool. And of course, I didn't even have to think twice about upgrading Satanical Pandemonium. This shit, I love this, man. One of my favorite nunsploitation films. This shit is just off the hook. 1975, just amazing. One of my favorites, man. Love me some Satanical Pandemonium. Yeah. Can't wait to actually check out that Blu-ray. Oh, and one more from Mondo. I picked up Spider. This is a really strange film from like 90. It says 91 on here. I'm not sure if that's right. It's a Russian film, and I heard this one is just bizarre. So I don't really know a whole lot about it, but need to check it out. I don't think it's actually like a straight up horror film or nothing. I think it's more exploitation, maybe sexploitation or something like that. But Spider, yeah. Getting into a few Severin standard titles here. We picked up The Astrologer. I've never seen this movie. I've always wanted to check this one out because I know it's on the Video Nasty Section 3 list. And I've heard nothing but shitty things, but everyone says it's just weird and awful and shit like that. But this one's always intrigued me. I've seen the trailer for this many times, obviously on the Video Nasties trailers and etc. It's also known as Suicide Cult, which is actually the title that I knew it by, and then I didn't even know it was called The Astrologer. I don't know why it's called. Maybe Astrologer is probably the American title of it, I'm assuming. But yeah, looking forward to checking this shit out. The Astrologer. Had to do it. The Peanut Butter Solution. This is one of the weirdest kids movies ever, I swear. Us Canadians make some strange ass movies sometimes, and yeah, it's just really, really bizarre. 1985, like it's one of these movies you just have to see to believe. Like, it's just bizarre. You're like, this is made for kids. It's crazy. I actually showed my kid this one. So every morning we were out camping. I always let him watch a movie in the morning or whatever. That's what he wants to do when he eats his breakfast. And so I threw on this one morning, and he was like, "What the fuck?" Like, pretty much. He was very confused. It's weird. It's very, very weird. I'm not even going to give anything away. If you've never seen it before, you just got to check it out, man. The storyline is freaking bizarre. All right, so moving along here. Some more trailer comps. Kung Fu, Trailers of Fury. I haven't actually checked out this one because I actually started watching the second one first because I got that one in the mail first. I ordered them the same day. Whatever, post system. Kung Fu, Trailers of Fury. This one, I believe this is pretty fucking... Oh, it's 120 minutes. So the Kung Fu movies from 72 to 83. Very cool. And then I started watching this one. This is 73 to 84. 134 minutes. I've watched it. Fuck, man, this is such a blast to watch, man. Absolutely. I've seen a lot of these movies. A lot of them I haven't seen before. But I used to be really into Kung Fu ninja movies when I was a kid. I used to watch like everything. So a lot of the movies I probably may have seen, but just can't remember the titles. But yeah, Return of the Kung Fu Trailers Fury. And I picked up solo copy of Blood and Flesh from Severin, the documentary about Al Adamson and his rise and awful demise. Like, it's just crazy what happens to him. It's a good documentary, man. You know, the thing I like about Al Adamson is that, you know, he really did want to make good movies. Like, he legitimately was trying to make good movies. You know, he just had no budgets. You know, he did what he could with the money he had and the resources he had and stuff. And, you know, he did a lot of movies. He made like 32 movies or something like that in the time he was here and things like that. And, yeah, man, I'm very happy that Severin had put out the, you know, the huge box set and stuff. But this is a great documentary. If you don't know anything about Al Adamson, give this a shot and then start watching his movies. You might appreciate him a little bit more. But yeah, he's known for doing some very, very bad ones. But, you know, and genres all over the place. You know, exploitation to horror to sexploitation to everything. Blood and Flesh. Very good stuff, though. A few 88 films titles here. First up here, we've got The Protector, Jackie Chan. This is probably... I would say this is probably my favorite Jackie Chan. I've seen so many Jackie Chan movies. I haven't seen a lot of the more recent things, but, you know, for his Hong Kong films up through his early Hollywood films and stuff like that, when he was still doing shit like this, I've seen so many of them. You know, there's a few I haven't seen, but this has got to be my favorite movie. I love this movie. The action in this is crazy. It's kind of more serious. I like Jackie Chan when he does kind of the more serious roles. His straight up like comedic stuff isn't really my favorite stuff when he does with the other two guys, which their names are totally escaping me right now because I'm tired as fuck. But The Protector is amazing. Great, great action, man. Dragons Forever. Speaking of very, very comedic stuff, yeah, Sammo Hung and Yu Biao. I'm so bad with the names. Just fucking scratch that from the video. But yeah, man, when these three get together, man, they do some pretty comedic shit. This is how it'll be on my shelf because I take all these slipcovers off. I have so many slipcovers from 88 films. I just think they look better without the slipcovers on the shelf. But anyways, I digress. Dragons Forever, it's okay. It's probably actually one of my least favorite Jackie Chan movies. It's okay. It's just, the story, the narrative in it is just like, eh. And then we got Crime Story, which I really do. I've always loved Crime Story, man. Man, there's what, 5 or 6 of these crime stories now. I haven't actually seen, I want to say maybe past 3. No, I don't even think I've seen the third one. I think I've only seen the first 2 crime stories. Yeah, maybe the first 2, but this is a really good one. Jackie Chan. Here's the original artwork on it, which I always love Asian artworks. They're very, very cool. Speaking of Asian films, into the Shaw Brothers line, here's number 25 in the line, which I have finally completed this, and they haven't announced anymore, or there's nothing. Maybe there is more coming out, I'm not sure. I hope there is more coming out, but there's nothing slated that I know about from the Shaw Brothers line. And yeah, the 8-diagram pole fighter, which is a fantastic movie. This is really, really good, man. I've heard nothing but good things about this, and this was amazing. It was amazing. And then we got Clan of the White Lotus right there. So again, these slipcovers will be off. And then we got, what's his face? The dude from Kill Bill. I always forget his name. But anyways, that's, yeah. It's like the same character, man. Same dude. And this movie came out in, what, 1980? Yeah. Isn't that cool, man? See? Tarantino knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. I haven't watched this one yet. I've heard good things of Clan of the White Lotus, so, and that is number 26, and that's all the Shaw Brothers line right now. So very, very cool. Last 2 88 films here. We got number. See, this is why I take these slipcovers off, because I don't know the numbers. Anyways, number 59, 7 Bloodstained Orchids, which is actually like a side grade to me because I do have the other Blu-ray. But I collect this Italian line because I absolutely love it, and I love the way these things look on the shelf. Yeah, here's the slipcover. Yeah, same artwork kind of thing. There is flip, but it's, yeah, they got to be numbered. My OCD. Number 59. Love this Giallo. I love this Umberto Lenzi film. It's great. Really, really great. I actually have multiple copies of that. The Shrink Show DVD too. And of course, we got Lamberto Bava's Macabre, which is number 58. I do have all the other Jackie Chan movies and the rest of the Italian line in the mail right now. It just hasn't shown up, so it'll be in the next update, which is probably a good thing because that's like 8 more movies in that package. I just don't need to add to this update. It's way too big. But Lamberto Bava's Macabre, if you've seen this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's very, very bizarre. And it's almost comical. It's ridiculous, but yeah, so upgrade for me right there. Another upgrade, actually. This is released from MVD on the Marquee collection line. Takashi Miike's Suyaki Western Django. Again, I haven't seen this one in years. I do have the DVD. I remember not really caring for this one a whole lot. I do need to revisit, but again, I came across this on Blu-ray, and just really, really cheap. I was surprised to see it for so cheap, so I was like, fuck it. You know, it's a Miike film, and I buy everything Takashi Miike because I love him. And I upgrade everything. All right, so I finally dipped into the MVD Rewind collection. I hadn't bought any up to date, and then all of a sudden they started releasing some titles that I really wanted. There is a couple titles that I don't have that I still actually want from the line, but I'd started with Abominable, which is number 7 on the line. This is one of the ones I actually did want to pick up until they released like 3 or 4 in a row that I wanted, and I love this movie. It's an upgrade for me. Ridiculous kind of Bigfoot movie. But fun, really, really fun. So, Abominable. And then I went ahead and picked up Nemesis, which is number 13 in the line. I've seen Nemesis before. It's been years and years since I've seen this kind of sci-fi, whatever you want to call it, movie. So, looking forward to rechecking that one out. I did not pay $31 for it. That was the sticker price before I got my deal. And then, which is so odd, right? How they have these things priced. $31. And then this one, Nemesis 2, 3, and 4, which has a sticker price of $24.99 for 3 films. Go figure, right? Anyways, I've never seen any of the sequels before, and again, I did not actually pay $24 for it, luckily. But yeah, very bizarre pricing, actually. But yeah, I've never seen the sequels. I don't actually know if they're any good or anything. I've never really heard too many people talk about the sequels. I always hear Nemesis mentioned, but never the sequels. So 2, 3, and 4. Then I went ahead and picked up this. Some of the new ones started coming out, and I was like, oh man, I gotta check these out. Honestly, the artwork for this totally sucked me in. Number 21 in the line, and that's Mind Games. It just looked amazing. I was actually very disappointed with this, to be honest. It wasn't really that great. There's a lot of moments in there I was just like, why? Like, it's being played straightforward, and, you know, oh man, some of the acting in this was really fucking bad too. It was just off-putting because it's supposed to be serious and shit. But yeah, I gotta say the slipcover commissioned artwork is better than the original artwork for that. Very, very cool, but not overly a bad movie. It's just I've seen this type of movie before done way better. Way, way better. So, yeah. So that was Mind Games. A little bit disappointed. I was happy to see that they released this, number 22 on their line, and it's Mikey. I used to have this original one poster hanging in my room when I was a kid. I remember the video update that I grew up, that was by my house. I used to go up there all the time and be like, yo, man, can you guys save your posters for me at the end of the month? And they would save some of them for me, and whatever I got is what I got, kind of thing. And I remember getting Mikey, and I have it on my wall and shit like that. And then this movie never got a DVD or Blu-ray release until now. So, Killer Kid movie. Yeah, I'm sure we all know about that one. And this came out, man. I had to do it, man. I just had to do it. Bolo Yang classics, man. Blood Fight and Ironheart. So, had to do them. Big fan. Big fan. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of what the fuck. Oh, never mind. But yeah, so big fan of this dude, man. So that was very cool that came out. I didn't even know that was even coming out, man. It's crazy. And then I had to kind of side grade, more of an upgrade, really. It's a split second. I do have the 101's Blu-ray, I think it is, from the UK, which the transfer is fucking shitty on that, man. I have heard the transfer is better on this. And I love this Ruger Hauer film. Rest in peace. It's already been like a year. It's so crazy. But that artwork right there, man, I used to love it. I used to have this one sheet in my house, in my room too, and I actually used to have it right above my bed. So I used to look at this. It used to be facing me. I know I'm weird. So I used to wake up every day to looking at this image until I changed it. But I still wish I had that one sheet, man. That's such a fucking love that artwork. Love the colors on it. But split second, cool kind of, him fighting the fucking huge ass alien. Yeah, that's cool. So that's the MVD titles. You know what we're going to do here? Let's just get into these Scream Factory titles. How far am I into this? About 38 minutes. Actually, I'm doing really good for time because I'm not talking about some of the ones I've seen, which hasn't been a whole lot. No, some of them. All right, Scream Factory stack, as these IGers would say. Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. Fuck yeah. So if I just turn this, you guys can actually see. I'm a big fan. There's the artwork right there. That's an original one sheet, by the way, which I'm very proud to have because I fucking love Graveyard Shift, man. Terror for Tom has the ultimate thing, man. He's got one of these lit up kind of one of those movie fucking advertisement things that lights. It's crazy. It's like the coolest thing. That guy has everything in his house, but man, that is the coolest thing I've seen in his house, man. Anyways, I digress. Graveyard Shift, Stephen King film or story. I love this movie. I absolutely love Graveyard Shift. I don't know what it is. It's the weirdest creature. It's like a rat bat or a bat rat. I don't even know how to classify this thing at the end. It's just very, very bizarre to me. But Brad Dourif kind of sells this shit for me, man. I love Brad Dourif in this film. He's so fucking good. But yeah, good shit. We all know about that one. I don't have to sell you guys on Graveyard Shift. I'm sure there's fans watching this of Graveyard Shift. Then we got Orca, the Killer Whale. I did upgrade this, got rid of my DVD though. And I actually watched this. This is like one of the only movies I watched all summer out camping. All the movies I did watch was, at the house when I had to start prepping for things. But the only reason why I ended up watching this is because my wife had actually brought my mail out to me. And that particular next day it was pissing ass rain. So I went in my motorhome and fucking put this on. And by the time it was done, it was all good to go and shit. I was out there with my buddy and his kids, and his kid was having a bad day anyways, it came in handy that I had this out there, so I watched Orca the Killer Whale, and I love it, man. It's just such a good movie. It really is, man. I think this one is severely underrated, man. Really, really underrated. Lots of really great scenes. Check out Orca if you've never seen it, man. It's good shit. And Roman Polanski's The Tenant. I've classified this movie as it's like a clinic on filmmaking. It really is so good on so many levels. Like, this is one of those movies where, you know, you could teach and it should be taught in film classes. You know, it's just that amazing. It's really, really amazing. What can I say? My favorite movie of 1976 for sure. I know a lot of people are like, it's not Carrie. I'm like, no. And I think this is also the best movie of 76 too. But yeah, The Tenant. Very happy to finally have an upgrade of that. Super happy. Then we got Hammer Film, Frankenstein, and the Monster from Hell. And, you know, I just thought of this. I don't know if this movie's uncut or not, or this version is uncut. Because I know that there's been a lot of releases. I know the DVD release that came out years ago was actually kind of a cut version, directed by the legendary Terrence Fisher. And it's not saying uncut anywhere on here. I don't remember what the running time and stuff. So if anybody actually knows that this release from Scream Factory is uncut, just let me know. I never really thought of that until right now when I just picked this up. But I do like this movie. I know a lot of people don't really care for this one, but I'm a sucker for, you know, the Hammer, anything Hammer, man. I just love Hammer films. And Scream Factory is killing it with that right now. And we got finally a release for Danger Diabolique. Mario Bava's kind of offbeat comedy. I don't even know how to classify this movie. Crime comedy type spoof thing. It's such a weird movie. It's really, this one kind of sticks out to me that Mario Bava did because, you know, he's obviously known for doing amazing horror films and stuff and, you know, and giallos and things like that. And this one comes along, it's weird. I mean, he did some offbeat ones like Hercules and some other weird ones too, but this one is strange. It's very, very strange. I actually didn't get through. I've seen it before. I did pop this in a couple months back, and I ended up falling asleep at night, and I never went back to it, but transfer looked good. Oh, my fucking allergies. God, I feel like I'm 4 years old. Captain Chronos, Vampire Hunter. So happy to finally get a copy of this. I didn't even have the DVD of this. Yeah, man, it's a good movie, man. I enjoy the shit out of this, man. So, Captain Chronos, Vampire Hunter. Transfer looked really good. I don't know if they actually did this transfer. No, I don't think they did. And then we got The Hills Run Red upgrade for me. From 2009, this was actually just good timing that this came out because I actually needed to rewatch this movie and the Blu-ray was coming. I'm like, perfect fucking timing. I gotta say, man, they kind of killed it with the features on here, if you guys can see that. Like, there's a ton of fucking special features on this. It's just nuts. For this movie, it's crazy. I like it, man. It definitely has its moments. It does have its flaws, though, but, you know, some of the CG in the effects is kind of off-putting a little bit, but it still looks decent, but it is what it is. The Hills Run Red, good shit. I was so happy to see this, man. Earth vs. the Spider, or just the Spider, from 1958, black and white. I love these 50s sci-fi kind of horror films. Man, this atomic age type films from the 50s is so exciting to me. I love these movies. I absolutely love this. Good shit. Good shit. I popped that in to check it out, and it looks phenomenal. Like, the transfer was great. I don't know if they did the transfer on this one either. I know Scream Factory is, like, notorious for not doing some of their transfers. It's weird. Picked up Vicious Lips. This is just an upgrade for me. This is such a stupid, fun movie, but I enjoy this shit out of it. I think this actually might be going out of print, too. I'm not sure, but this one came out a few years back. I never picked it up in 1986. Finally got around. Yeah, it came out in 2017, so Vicious Lips. Pretty cool film. And The Lost Continent. Now, like I said, I was off social media for like 3 months, and this came in and stuff, and then I came back on and I saw someone write something about, did you get your replacement disc for The Lost Continent? I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this one now? Apparently there's like one frame missing or some shit like that, and I didn't even notice because I did watch this. It's a fun movie. And so I contacted Scream Factory and shit. Never got back to me. I emailed them a couple times, never got back to me. I'm like, fuck it. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It doesn't seem like there's anything wrong, so I guess I'm stuck with the disc that's in this version of The Lost Continent. Fucking Scream Factory and their quality control, man, it's gotta be the worst. Like, How many fucking problems? Just crazy. Exorcism at 60,000 feet. Now, when this thing first got announced, I was like, damn. I'm like, I've never seen this movie before. I thought it was old school from that cover art. It's not. It's brand new. It's from 2020. It's obviously a spoof. It's kind of like an Exorcist spoof on a plane. I know a lot of people just hated this one. I watched this actually one morning, like super hungover, and I was having a blast with it. I was pissing myself all morning. It's got like fucking Lance Hendrickson in it. He's a pilot in this. He's actually really funny. Bill Moseley, Adrian Barbeau's in this, Matthew Moy, Bay Ling's in this, Robert Miano. Great cast, man. I guess you kind of have to be in the right frame of mind to watch it, but I laughed quite a few times in this, man. It's crazy. So I enjoyed it. It's not great, but it was fun. Collector's edition of Idle Hands. Really? Like, we're doing collector's editions of Idle fucking Hands? Really? Amazing. I actually really like Idle Hands. It's fun shit. Terrible artwork on the original release. And ironically enough, this artwork is just hilarious to me. What's with the thumb on the devil horns? Just anybody see something wrong with that? It's just ridiculous. Anyways, it's fun. More Hammer, The Evil of Frankenstein. Yes, man. Peter Cushing. Hammer goodness here, man. Oh, I love this movie. I've always been a fan of this. I really enjoy the shit out of this. Look at that artwork right there, man. Like, that is some fucking excellent shit right there. Scream Factory killing it, man, with the Hammer shit. I'm so glad that they picked up all these titles because holy shit, man, it's making me spend a load of money. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, finally on Blu-ray. I think this is originally supposed to be Creepshow 3. I think this actually is Creepshow 3, just not titled Creepshow 3. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. It's fun. I rewatched it again. You know, you got lots of people in here. William Hickey, Christian Slater, Deborah Harry, Ray Dong Chong. I don't know what it's with Ray Dong Chong lately, but her name's been brought up like 30 times in the last week. I don't know why. James Reamer. So many people. Stories are cool in this. I enjoy it. I don't think it's like phenomenal. It's not. I don't know where it would sit in my favorite anthologies. I don't know. There's a lot. It's fun. It's fun. But I'm just so happy to, eat that artwork right there. Oh, man. I always wanted this poster. Oh, that artwork right there is so fucking sweet, dude. I remember when I was a kid. When did this come out? 1990. So I would have been 10 in 1990. And I just remember seeing that poster in the video store. And I was like, oh, it's so fucking cool. It's one of those moments when I was like 5 and seeing Fright Night, the standee of Fright Night, being like, damn, that shit's amazing. Anyways, I got to get going. So, sorry. Yeah, so The Curse of the Werewolf. Yeah, man. Awesome shit. Awesome shit. Some more Hammer goodness here from, when is it? 1961. I've actually seen this movie before, but can't remember a thing about it. I do own this somewhere. I can't remember, but I keep like reading on it, and I'm like, I don't remember this shit, man, at all. It's crazy. I do know it's directed by Terrence Fisher, again, the legendary Terrence Fisher, so it's got to be good. But Curse of the Werewolf, yes, amazing. More Hammer shit with the Phantom of the Opera. When did this come out? 1962. 1960 deuce. It's been a minute since I've seen this. I'm not like overly the hugest fan of the Phantom of the Opera story. I mean, I do like the story. There's so many versions of it, and I mean, every time I end up watching Argento's version of it, it makes me gag. Terrence Fisher. Yeah, I've seen this one, but it's been so many years. But I do like that artwork, man. It's great. So I don't know. This is probably one of the better ones. I actually really like the Robert Englund one, believe it or not, from '89. I do. Some more Hammer. Kiss of the Vampire. Excellent film. I believe from 1962. 1962, Kiss of the Vampire. Good shit. I did pop this in and check out the transfer, and it looks phenomenal. Yeah, it says new 4K scan of from the Interpositive. Yeah, cool shit, man. So I need to watch this in full, but it's been a while. But Kiss the Vampire. So much Hammer goodness. Oh, we're ending the Scream Factories, the standard or whatever non-box sets with 13 Ghosts, a movie that, man, I've always had I've never really been in love with this movie. And, you know, I mean, the original 13 Ghosts isn't really that great. It's super gimmicky and kind of cheesy and shit, from William Castle. But, yeah, here's the original artwork. This one, it's kind of fun, actually. Like, there's some pretty cool looking ghosts in this one. And the fact that there's like a buck naked ghost in this one is kind of crazy. And I kind of forgot about that. I was letting my kid watch this, and he's like, Dad, that girl's naked. I'm like, oh shit. Like, full frontal nudity. I'm like, shit. He's like 10. But yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing with him, but it has its moments. It's okay. I really do need to rewatch it just to have like a full opinion about it. Oh my god, I feel like I'm just boxed in on fucking movies right now. Okay, sorry guys. I'm trying to go. Allergies. All right. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to get into the stack of Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome titles. This was actually all from like the last sale or whatever, and plus the package and stuff that I'd ordered. I do have the September and the October packages ordered. I didn't order the last couple months because I just figured that I didn't want the whole packages. There was a couple titles I didn't want, so I was like, fuck it. They're probably far enough out from the Black Friday sale that they will be on sale, so I'll just get them then. I'll just spend $400 and get the 10 titles that I need. But anyways, let's get to... I don't think it'll be $400. But anyways, Vinegar Syndrome's Dolly Dearest. Of course, this is an upgrade. Man, this movie, like, I like this movie, but it is terrible. I gotta say, though, like, the doll is actually legitimately creepy. She's fucking creepy looking, man. It really is creepy. 1991, of course, I just rewatched this for the top 10 of 1991 show. I watched 91 movies to prep, and of course this is one of them, which again was perfect timing because it just came out on Blu-ray, which is awesome. The transfer looks ridiculous. It's fun. It's fun. It's just not a great movie, but I can see why it has a following though. Yeah. All right, so this was a cool one, man. Pale Blood. I had actually never heard of this, from 1990, and I thought this was a really interesting take on vampirism. I'm not going to say a whole lot about it. I want you to check it out for yourself. Man, this is white cover, so it's going to... Oh, it's popping. An erotic vampire thriller. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's cool, man. I enjoyed it. I did review this on the podcast. I think someone Patreoned me this one right when it was coming out because I knew I was getting it or whatever. But Pale Blood, cool stuff. I enjoyed it. Man, I can't believe this shit got this type of treatment, man. But Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death. I haven't watched this Blu-ray yet, but I actually own like a shitty version of this. But this is such a terrible movie. And of course, this is on the VSA line number 6. And I got, if anyone's interested, number... That is just never going to come up on there, is it? 429 of... There's just no way, because it's white. Of 3,000. Yeah. I really do like this line, how they bottom load these things. But they can be a little bit painful to get back in, to be honest. Because of the way the plastic is. Anyways. But, yeah, that's cool. And then, of course, I guess this is another 4K, to be honest. But Rad. We got Rad. It just looks... so good. This was like a Bible to me. So when I was a kid, I actually used to race. And when this came out in 1986, I hadn't started in 86, but this essentially became like a Bible to me because this is what I actually did. Won a couple national titles and stuff, and I was pretty good at that time. But anyways, Rad was a film that I used to wear the fuck out. The VHS and shit. And of course it never ended up getting its due on DVD and shit like that. And of course Vinegar Syndrome comes out of nowhere and drops the 4K, which has a Blu-ray in here too. Great stuff, man. What a great release. Like, one off the major bucket list of films. Bucket list? No. It would just be films I want on Blu-ray. Blood Games. This was weird because I didn't know this was coming out from Vinegar Syndrome, and someone had actually Patreoned this for me to review on the podcast, and I reviewed it, and then it came out on Blu-ray, and I was like, ah, shit, crazy. It's a decent film. I think it was actually Mikey Fisher, so what's up, Mikey? But yeah, and I know he won't be picking this up because he doesn't buy Blu-rays, he buys only DVDs, but Mikey, this shit looks really, really good on Blu-ray, man. It really does. But doesn't everything that Vinegar Syndrome puts out pretty much looks good because they just do the most insane transfers? But Blood Games, pretty fun. Oh, the severed arm, man. I hadn't seen this in years, and holy fuck, I was just blown away by the transfer on this. Like, I only remembered this movie looking very trashy and shitty, and this just looked amazing. It really, truly was awesome. Fun movie. Yeah. If you've never seen it, check it out. Patty Hearst. I had never seen this one. I knew about the movie. I know about the Patty Hearst story. Of course, everybody probably does. This one starring Natasha Richardson as Patty Hearst, who actually tragically died a few years back in a skiing accident, actually. Very young, in her 40s. This one's got William Forsythe in it. Ving Rhames is in it. Lots of faces and stuff. I just feel like this movie had major budget constraints to the story. I think there's a really great story here, and I think it could be explored a lot better. But it's not bad. It really isn't a bad movie at all. I think that Natasha Richardson does a good job as Patty Hearst. So it's okay. It's not like mind-blowing, but... The Immortalizer. Wow. Like, we literally live in a world where... Is it 89? Or is it 1990? I think this movie actually came out in 1990. It says 89 on the back, but I want to say 90. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to say 1990. Directed by Joel Bender. Yeah, this is on Blu-ray. The Immortalizer. This is fucking just... It's such a cheesy movie, but it's so much fun. You know, more crazy doctor shit. I love me some crazy doctor shit, man. LA Wars, man. I watched this a few months back. I had such a blast. Number 7 on the VSA line. I got number 547 of 4,000. These ones are so weird. They're limited to such different numbers. LA Wars, it's just low budget kind of action, drama, thriller, whatever you want to call it. Fun shit though, man. I had a blast with this. Never seen it before, so that was cool. And so during the sale, I pretty much own everything from Vinegar Syndrome that I want. I don't collect the porn, so I have like all the exploitation, all the movies and stuff. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get the rest of the Drive-In collection DVDs that I didn't own. I slowly kind of collected them when I, here and there and stuff. So I went ahead and picked up all the other ones I didn't have. So first up here is On Her Bed of Roses, The Incredible Sex Revolution. So some of these actually are like sleaze. I don't think they're full of pornos. It's not like the other line that they have. But a lot of these are like, kind of sleaze bag films and shit like that. But I really like the designs on these Drive-In collections. They're fucking awesome. So that double feature right there, holy fuck. Then we got Autonomy of a Psycho and The Lonely Sex, which I'm assuming has sex in it. Autonomy of a Psycho and The Lonely Sex. I never said. So these movies are from 1966, 1965, Autonomy of Psycho, 1960, and Lonely Sex from 1959. Now, I'm thinking 1959 movie called The Lonely Sex can't be overly exploitive, like to the point where it's like porno. There's no way, but you never know. I don't know. I'm interested. I love these type of old films, man. Like the old, like kind of sex films from this time and shit, but they're not even that hardcore. Like not pornos, like are actually movies, but is sex disturbing? Is that what? No, Expectations. Oh, fuck, I'm reading the book. Expectations and Confessions. And they are from 77. Both of them from 1977, so that's kind of cool. Some 70s exploitation right there. Then we got The Suckers and The Love Garden. I do know about The Suckers, 1972, and The Love Garden from 1971. I've actually seen The Suckers before, and I don't know why. That's the only one, like, not too many of these movies I've ever heard of, but The Suckers I've actually seen before. So, and then we got The Vixens of Kung Fu and Oriental Blue. I believe these are like straight sleazebag films. 1975 for both of them. Yeah, look at that shit right there. The Vixens of Kung Fu and Oriental Blue. Fuck, that's a great double feature for show. Then we got The Sexualist, and Wendy's Palace. And 1973 and 1971. Oh, I apologize, man. My allergies suck. Yeah, so right there. Yep, it is what it is. How far? Oh my god, I'm an hour into this. A Different Kind of Love and Feelings. Yeah. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings. I don't know. I'm getting delusional, man. I'm really tired, so I might just start talking some craziness. The First Time an Oriental Babysitter. Yes. 1978 and 1976. Two San Francisco skin flicks that probe into the depths of the human erotic mind. Yeah, these are like softcore shit, man. But I'd rather watch the softcore than the hardcore. Sounds weird, but just on media. I don't know, I'm weird. Anyways, Judy, the Night Hustlers. Judy from 1969 and Night Hustlers from 1968. And I really can't show any of the backs of these because there's like every one of them has tits on them. Like, I swear. So, yeah, there's that one. And you're probably thinking you bought the rest of them. Yeah, I'm like, I had like, I didn't think there was this many of them. I'm like, holy shit, I didn't have all these. What is this, Marsha? Marsha the Erotic Housewife, and for single swingers only, and Her Odd Taste. There's actually 3 movies on this one. Look at that. So there's one right there. So, yeah. Wow. 1970, 1968, 1969, ironically enough. Little Miss Innocence and Teenage Seductress. Yes. Man, these things are sleazier than I remembered the titles to be. 1972 and 1975. And last up for the drive-in collection, because I'm sure this is boring the shit out of everybody, Sweet Trash and The Hang-Up. And I love the fact that The Hang-Up is from 1970, both from 1970s, and The Hang-Up just literally says X with adults only. So, yeah, man. But cool. Cool stuff. All right. I mean, if you're into whatever that type of shit is. So, okay, so that's it for the Vinegar Syndrome stuff here. I'm going to switch over to show a few DC films that I picked up, DC animated films that I picked up. We got Superman's Red Sun. I actually haven't even watched like any of these. My kids watched them all, but I heard this one's really fucking good. This is one of the latest ones. I haven't picked up the brand new Superman movie yet because for some odd reason a pre-order was like $34 and it's still $30. So I'll wait for it to drop in price before I grab that one. But I'm getting close. I'm only missing like a couple from the whole DC World collection now. I've absolutely loved these movies. Are great, so I got to get back into watching these. With Superman Red Sun, takes place in like Russia and shit. It's like this kind of bizarro type storyline and shit like that. This alternate reality unfolds. It's crazy. Apparently, it's really cool. And I love these dark ones. These Justice League Darks, Apocalypse War. These are really cool, man. My kid loved this one. I think he watched this one like 3 times. He loved it. So, but that's one of the newer ones too. And then I picked up an older one that I didn't have, Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. I got this one for crazy cheap. It was like $2 or something. It's ridiculous. Superman Brainiac Attacks original movie. This is, fuck man, this is like one of the, I don't remember when this one actually came out. I know it's older. These things don't have the years on them. Come on. Anyways, let's go. Superman Brainiac Attacks original movie. Teen Titans Go to the movies. Yeah, so I'm missing I think like 2 Teen Titan movies, and the other ones I'm missing are like the DC Girls one, which I don't even really want to pick up because they just look like little kid shit. But I don't know. I'm not really into the Teen Titan stuff, and my kid really likes it. But I don't know. This one to me, I heard him watching it. It sounded like it was a fucking musical. Maybe all the Teen Titan shit's like that. I'm not really overly familiar with it, but it didn't really seem like my thing. It seems very childish, but I mean like kiddie in a bad way, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. He seems to really like it, but Batman vs. Dracula. I believe this is from 2005, so I'm going to have to watch this because it's kind of horror-related. I mean, it's Batman vs. Dracula. Never seen this one, so that's kind of cool. And last up for the anime, this is, yeah, so Unlimited Animal Instincts. This was actually supposed to be a Region 1 one, but it actually sent me, and it was a Region, I believe this is Region 2, yeah. So I'd actually bought the Region 1, but they sent me the wrong one. I was like, fuck it, whatever. Whatever, didn't have anymore, so who cares? I can always play it. Yeah, Animal Instinct. So that's what I picked up for the DC stuff. Like I said, I didn't pick up the new Superman yet because it is just ridiculously priced. It's so expensive. All right, so that's that, and then we'll move on to a couple. Move on to a couple non-horror things, and then we'll get into the box sets. The non-horror stuff I picked up is actually really good. Upgraded American Me. Absolutely love this movie. Edward James Olmos, who actually directs this movie too, does a fantastic job in the lead. It's just a great kind of prison story about the Mexican mafia and stuff like that. If you've never seen American Me, it's absolutely amazing. If you're familiar with, I always tell people this. So if you're familiar with Ice Cube's The Predator album, the whole intro is like the opening scene to this movie in the jail cell, with the jail guard, telling the inmates to do shit with their dick and cough and stuff like that. So lots of great samples used in hip hop. come from American Me, but great fucking movie, man. Awesome. Never seen this one. All Eyes on Me. I picked up All Eyes on Me. I've been afraid to check this out because I kept hearing from a lot of people it wasn't great. A lot of mixed reviews on it. You know, I just feel like Pac should probably have a good movie to tell his story, and I kept putting it off, and I just couldn't bring myself to watch it if it was shitty. But I found it was $5 Prime, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna pick it up finally. I'll watch it someday. I have seen Notorious before. I didn't think this was very good. I don't think they did his story very good justice at all. But it has been since it came out, since I've seen it. So when did it come out? 2016 or 13? I don't know. It says 16. I don't know when the fuck this came out. Maybe it's probably 13. But I don't know. I got to rewatch it. But I just remember it not being overly great. But fuck it. You know, it's got both versions on it, theatrical and that, again, like $5. Picked up The Addams Family. Yes, man. I rewatched this for 91. It's so much fun. I love The Addams Family, man. It's great. Great shit, man. Such a fucking blast. Good stuff. And I haven't rewatched this in a long time, but Addams Family Values, which I believe came out a couple years later. Yeah, I can't wait to check this out again. So, big fan of The Addams Family. Original TV series, the movies. I like everything Addams Family is fun. Actually, I haven't seen that animated movie that just came out, but had to do it, man. Childhood favorite of mine, The Wizard. When this came out, man, this was such a trip because everybody was playing, or not playing, but we were waiting for Mario 3 and shit like that. And then you got to see it in this game, and you're like, fuck, man, how are they doing that? It was like mind blowing and shit. And then the game came out, and you're like, oh, that's crazy. And yeah, Mario 3 is like my favorite game in the world. So this is really cool. Showed it to my kid. He enjoyed it. He's like, why are the graphics so bad? Fucking shut up. He was talking about the video game, not the transfer. Mid-90s, man. This is great, man. This is really, really good stuff. I was actually taken back by this movie. I couldn't believe how decent this movie was. Directed by Jonah Hill. It kind of I mean, mid-90s, like, it's very kind of hip-hoppy, skateboardy and shit. Like, this just reminded me, like, this takes place in, like, 95 and shit. I would have been 15 doing the exact same shit. You know, starting to DJ, you know, doing all that type of stuff and skateboarding and shit. And, yeah, this was just very much looking at myself. This was kind of crazy, and I really enjoyed the shit out of this. This is very almost nostalgic for me, but I think he did a good job kind of capturing the time, soundtrack-wise, and things like that. But very cool. I really enjoyed it. Good job by Jonah Hill. I think he wrote it too, wrote and directed it. This was cool, man. I checked this out on Netflix. I was bored one night, and I was like, what the fuck is this movie called? Dope. And I was like, oh, it's set in like the early 90s, and or no, it's got like a 90s kind of soundtrack and shit like that, and it's just fucking, it was awesome, man. I really enjoyed this. It's about these kids that have, they're into hip hop and they do this punk shit and stuff, and they get caught up in this drug kind of game. It's awesome. I thought it was really good, but that's dope. I'm trying to read the shit, and it's like fucking, yeah, they're obsessed with 90s hip hop and stuff, but they do like punk. It's weird. It's got a weird storyline, but it's really fun. Really, really fun. Enjoyed it. Finally upgraded Who Framed Roger Rabbit 25th anniversary. It's crazy, man. I think maybe my kid has my DVD. I don't know. I couldn't find the DVD one day, so I was like, fuck it, I'll buy the Blu-ray. It's great. Classic, man. It's classic material. I lost my DVD this years ago, so decided to grab the Flintstones Blu-ray. Love me some John Goodman. He's one of my favorites of all time. I like this movie. I saw this in the cinema when it came out back in 94. So I've been 14. Loved it ever since then. And another, look at this slipcover. Look at that shit. Totally coming apart. That came in the mail like that. Isn't that ridiculous? I guess I'll just Gorilla Glue that together. I guess another 4K. I guess I got 3 in this update. And that is Parasite. I watched this in the cinema. Absolutely fell in love with this shit, man. Such a good movie. Bong Joon-ho. This guy, he just doesn't do any wrong, man. He doesn't do wrong at all. So that's Parasite. Actually, man, that is super annoying. Look at that. Look at that thing just totally apart. Cheap ass 4K fucking Blu-ray. So their picture quality is good, but their slipcovers suck. I don't know. And yeah, so let's do the box sets here last. First up one is a non-horror one, but I had to do it because it's a Police Academy. Again, man, I brought this one out, and my kid watched every movie out there out camping in the mornings. You know, like 7:30 in the morning, he'd watch a movie. And he actually ended up watching Police Academy like 3 times. I was at one stint I was out for like 4 weeks without coming home once. And yeah, he just kept watching Police Academy movies in the morning. It was ridiculous. But yeah, he loved them all. He loved them all, man. I haven't. I mean, I watched a bit of the first one again with Steve Guttenberg, and so I think he did the first 4. That was the first thing he said, I think, when part 5. So he's like, "Where's what's his name?" You know, Steve Guttenberg. I'm like, "He's not in it, buddy." He's all pissed off. He's like, "He's the funny guy." All right, more box sets. Universal Horror Collection, Volume 5 from Scream Factory. The Monster and the Girl, Captive Wild Woman, Jungle Captive. Some of the older ones, 41, 43, 44, and 45. I'm very sad that they announced that they're not doing any more of these, which is kind of crazy because I really like these sets. They're very compact, and you know, for the price and shit, you know, they're not bad. They're bad, but I've really enjoyed like all these sets so far. I've watched, I think, one in that one. And this one I haven't even opened, and this is the last one, Volume 6, which has the Black Castle from 52, Call to the Cobra from 55, The Thing That Couldn't Be from 58, and the Shadow of the Cat from 61, and that's where it ends. So it's kind of sad it came to an end, but that was a good run. You know, 6 volumes, 4 films apiece, 24 Universal Horror films. Yeah, it's cool, man. Box sets, Severin, killing the game right now. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna actually start with fuck it, I'll just do this. I did say Severin because I was looking at Severin. Vinegar Syndrome, Forgotten Gialli box set, Volume 1, which is exciting. And I thought, and I was under the impression that they were going to be releasing Volume 2 probably this October, and it didn't get announced in that package. So now I'm a little bit concerned that they're not doing it. Or maybe they just had too much good stuff lined up for October. I'm not sure what the deal is, but anyways, I'm sure Volume 2 will be coming. But as far as I saw, this set did not sell out on the website. I swear it's still on there, which is crazy. And everyone is seeing these things, like how they come apart and stuff. It's just a beautiful, beautiful. Police are blundering in the dark. Never seen it. The Killer is 1 of 13. Never seen it. And another Giallo called Trauma. Yeah, I haven't seen any of these, so I am very, very excited to dip into these. And I've been wanting to get into these, but I just kind of want to watch them like in a row, like I'm weird like that. So if I have the time, I'll get into them and do them like that. So there's that. From Arrow, I got the brand new Graveyards of Honor box set. Amazing. And you know, when I originally had, wow, this is really tight. When I originally ordered this, I didn't even realize that they have the original film in here. I'm so excited about that. So the original film, I believe from 75, is in here. So this is the original Graveyard of Honor. And then Takashi Miike's remake, which he did in 2002, which is an upgrade for me. I have the DVD of this one also. But this is such an awesome set. I was super stoked to see that this came out, because I love Graveyard of Honor, and now I get to see the original. So, very cool. I don't know if this thing is still available. I heard from someone that it is sold out, or I don't know. I'm not sure. And then, of course, we've got the, oh my god, I don't even want to even, Shinya Tsusamoto box set. Of course, the guy who's responsible for Tetsuo, which he's very, very famous for. 8 films in the set, man. Awesome. Tetsuo 2, Tokyo Fist, Bullet Ballet. Here's the booklet. Yeah, Tetsuo 2, which they did it, the artwork where, yeah, the artwork is, yeah, on the flip side. I wish they kind of had to split it, to be honest. Tokyo Fist and Bullet Ballet. Snake of June, which I actually do have the DVD of this also, and of course Vital is in here. And then we got Koyoko, and Killing. Fuck, I'm so bad with the fucking Asian pronunciations. I'm just terrible. But yeah, great box set. And yeah, last up for the Arrow box sets, I did pick up Beyond the Door, which is just a ridiculous Exorcist ripoff, which is an upgrade for me. I do have the old Code Red DVD of this. I enjoy this movie. I know a lot of people think it's pretty bad and shit, but there is some funny ass shit in this movie. Like the fucking kids have the filthiest mouths. They're just constantly swearing and shit, and they're like these young, like 10-year-old kids. It's so funny, man. I think it's fun as hell. This is actually one of my more favorite Exorcist ripoffs because it's just so ridiculous. Italian ripoff. Awesome. Next up here, we're getting into the Severin box sets, and first up we've got the Umberto Lenzi Carol Baker box set, which is fucking cool as shit, man. Giallo set. I am so stoked that they did this set, man. Like, are you kidding me, man? Amazing shit. I'm not sure which order this goes in. I can't remember which order they did the films. I'm sure it's not like this, but... so first up here, we got Orgasmo. No, it is not the South Park related movie. 1969. Okay, so this is the first one that they did together. So Sweet, So Perverse, which is an amazing series of books also. So yeah, these are in order. This is the second one, So Sweet, So Perverse, which I have seen before. Cool. I've never seen Orgasmo. I don't think I have, unless I'm getting... I know some of these have alternate titles, and I have the movies. Oh yeah, okay. So this Orgasmo is known as Paranoia. Released in U.S. with actually as Paranoia, which I have the 88 Blu-ray of that, which is also known as Orgasmo. So yeah, no. So I've seen both of these, and A Quiet Place to Kill, I have not seen. This is the third one. And of course, I've seen Knife of Ice, which is from 72, which I actually just recently, I think I watched. I can't remember if I rewatched it or not, but I have seen Knife of Ice before. And it's not my favorite one, but yeah. But Orgasmo is really cool, man. Yeah. Okay. Or something like, I don't know. These things just have too many damn alternate titles. And I'm fucking too tired right now to worry about it and shit like that. I'm sure I fucked that whole thing up. And this is totally on backwards. And I think everyone I've seen show this set and do that puts the lid back on backwards. Everybody does. And of course, last up from Severin, we have the L. Adamson set. So I have basically 2 copies of Blood and Flesh now. So what happened was I'd picked up the Blu-ray and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get a copy of this, but I really wanted the documentary. And then I ended up getting one. So yeah. But everyone and their dog showing these off. They've even seen this. I'm not going to open this up or whatever. But yeah, phenomenal. Those are all the lists of the films. So we've got everything from just sexploitation, exploitation, horror, everything, man. I've seen a bunch of his movies before. Like, I've seen The Female Bunch. Obviously, I've seen the documentary that just came out. Blood of the Horror of the Blood Monsters. Blood of Ghastly Horror, which is fucking brutally bad. It's so bad. I think Trome had actually released a copy of that. Brain of Blood, I've seen. Black Samurai, I have seen. Nurse Sherry, which I believe... Is that the same Nurse Sherry that was released by Vinegar Syndrome? Holy shit. I never really thought of that till now. I've never seen Carnival Magic, which is actually like a kid's film, apparently. But anyways, looking forward to digging into this and checking out the rest of the films I've never seen before, so this is very, very cool. Oh, yeah, I've also seen Blood of Dracula's Castle, too, which is hilarious. Cool shit, man. Hell's Bloody Devils, I think it's a biker film or something I want to check out. That one looks pretty cool, but very cool, amazing set. Probably, like, honestly, a lot of these box sets right here are some of the releases of the year for sure. And yeah, you're probably wondering, did you get the Gamera set? I did order it. Amazon says it's still coming to me because the day it came out, it said currently unavailable. But the thing that pissed me off about that was I knew a bunch of other Canadians that ordered on Amazon.ca and they got theirs. And the same thing happened to them. It said currently unavailable, but it shipped and they got theirs. So I'm like, where's mine? Right? So I contact them. They say, hey, we're working hard to get you a copy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck, I hope I get it. Because that thing is like a monstrosity. It's just like the Herschel Gordon Lewis kind of serial box set. So, but yeah, man, that is going to do it for the update. I think that is everything. I hope that is everything. I will be back soon with, well, I'll be back probably the end of October with an update. Be on the lookout for the 31 Days of Horror. If you're waiting for hip-hop music updates, then those are also coming too. But I don't see why you'd be watching this video this long to hear me say that. So just forget it. I'm fucking tired. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the update. And as usual, deuces!